everybody, welcome to 6-string guitar, and we're going to learn Chris Stapleton's Parachute. But before we do that, please subscribe to my channel 6-string guitar. Hit that like button, it helps me out with the YouTube algorithm, as well as hit that notification bell for any new videos that I will be posting on a weekly basis. Anyway, without further ado, we're going to zoom in and we're going to take a look at Chris Stapleton's Parachute. Welcome back everybody to Chris Stapleton's Parachute. The very first thing we have to do is tune our guitar down from standard tuning to a half a step. So all your strings are going to go down a semitone. So the first string is going to be an E flat. The next string is going to be an A flat. The next string is going to be a D flat. The next string is going to be a G flat. The next string is going to be a B flat. And the high E string is going to be an E flat. And that is down a half a step. So there is an intro lick that happens here. I can certainly show it to you. It starts off on the second fret of the third string, and you're going to slide from the, you're going to pick and slide to the fourth, and then you're going to pick the B string, the third fret, and then to the fifth fret. And then you're going to go to the first string of the third fret, and then you're going to go back to the fifth fret of the second string, back to the third, then to the third string of the fourth fret. Then you're going to do an open D, and you're going to hammer on to the second fret of the D, and then open G, and then to a second fret of the G, and you're going to slide up and back, and then open a D and hammer on to the second fret. So you're going to go. So that's how that works. Now we're going to move on to the, before I do that actually, let me just do it up to speed for you again. And that goes around twice. The chord progression is the same throughout the song. For the intro, for the solo, there's a bridge in the song that changes a little bit. But anyway, we're going to look at the first. Chord is an E minor 7. So like your regular E minor is like this, or like this with this fingering, and you can play your E minor 7 like this, or what I like to do is play with the 4 strings like this, and that's your E minor 7. Instead of using these 2 fingers, what I normally do is I use my index finger and I bar over across the 2 strings on the 5th and the 4th string of the 2nd fret. And then there's an easy transition to the next chord, which is a G. And then there's a D major. And then there's a C add 9. Beautiful chord. Instead of doing a regular C, it just sounds so nice. And the progression starts off with E E minor, G, or the intro I should say, D, and to a C, add 9, and around twice like that, while this part is happening. You're going to be strumming through those chords. If you have another guitar player, they can play the lead part. So like I say, it's E minor 7 to a G to a D to a C, add 9 twice. That is the intro, and it's also the verses. So let's take a look at some kind of a strumming pattern. It's a little bit hard to explain, but you want to kind of feel like this. So 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and counting it 1 and a 2 and a. That's hard to do when you're counting it. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. So just try that slowly. That's what I would do. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a, and over again. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. So we're going to do the verse then. So like I say, this happens twice. E minor 7 and the intro. Again. C, add 9 says for one more measure, and you're in to the verse. And the verse is exactly the same as the intro. So, street lights upon the highway. So it goes. Here we go. E minor 7, G, D, C, add 9, E minor 7, G, D, C, add 9, stay on for an extra measure, and then the chorus comes in. Now the difference from the chorus to the verse, it's twice as long. So it's the same progression again. You own it. E minor 7, G, D, back again, E minor 7, G, D, C, add 9, around again, E minor 7, G, D, C, add 9, back to E minor, G, D, stay on there, I will be your parachute. Then it goes back in to the same as the instrumental again. Goes around twice again. Your E minor 7, G, D, C. Into verse again. Same progression. Then it repeats the chorus again. And at the end of the chorus, there comes a bridge. And basically what happens here, he does a strum on an E minor 7 to a G to a D right quick. One strum each, twice. He goes again. And then he goes back into a solo. It's the same progression again. Twice. Stay on C add 9 for an extra measure. And then here is where the bridge comes in. That goes to a D, back to a C add 9, to a D, to a C add 9 again. So it goes. C add 9, back to the D, to a C add 9, then goes to the chorus again. When it's raining, here lonely now is cold, and so on. Back twice, and it keeps going twice like that. And then at the end on the outro is the same. Just before you get into the bridge, it goes a strum and the E minor 7 to the G to the D. So you just go. It goes again. Hold on the D, and then it ends on an E minor 7, just one strum. It just goes.